Roll number 78 to introduce our today's guest of speaker.
Warm welcome, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Sunil Aute, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry at Kohinoor Arts, Commerce, Science College, Khultabad, District Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. First, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Coordinator Professor Dr. Bharti Gaudi Madam, and Co-Coordinator Dr. Mohammad Rafi Sir, and Course Coordinator Dr. Bina Singhal Ma'am. To give me this opportunity, it is my distinct honor, privilege to introduce today's our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Sudin Sir. Has diverse portfolio, huge experience. He currently is an associate professor in the Department of Business Administration, Vidyasagar University, Mindapur, West Bengal, in India. Dr. Sir has more than 50-year professional experience, which includes corporate exposure as well as teaching experience, management, education, and at colleges. Sir has completed his BCom and MCom at the famous university Borden. Then he qualified NET examination in 2008. Simultaneously, Sir has completed his MBA in 2008 from Kolkata University. Also, Sir has passed the Senate examination. Then, Sir has completed his PhD in 2015 in the Kolkata University. Sir is working in the research area of future in the consumer behavior, retailing, entrepreneurships, digital marketing, augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverses, and other emerging technologies. Sir has more than 624 citations, and Sir has H index is 13, and Sir having the I-10 index is 14. Sir published more than 52 research papers in reputed and national and international journals. Sir contributed a significant number of research papers to edited volumes, including those published by Springer Nature in Marl, and authored two books in the domain of management. Sir has written 7 books and more than 15 book chapters. Sir has published under the guidance of him 3 research scholars, has completed their PhD work, and 3 PhD research scholars currently working on his guidance. Sir has organized 5 conferences. He has attended and presented 48 research papers at national and international conferences in India, including IIM, Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Institute of Management, Indore, and has visited 3 countries for various academic activities. He has also served as resource person in several academic assignments such as seminar, conference, short-term courses. Dr. Buxer is associated with the various academic institutions as well as professional bodies such as All India Accounting Association, Kolkata. He received the IARA Best Faculty Award 2019 in the field of management on 21st April 2019, confirmed by the Indian Academic Research Association, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Buxer has also been the awarded the uh, awarded 3 research projects by ICSSR, of which 2 have been successfully completed and 1 is ongoing. It is near about 1 crore 25 lakhs project. Truly fortunate to him have here guidance today behalf of the UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. May I warm welcome to Sudin Sir. I would like to request Sir take over the session.
Thank you.
Namaskar. Am I audible? My
Yes,
humble
audible.
namaskar
Audible.
to the introducer first.
Sir,
Thank you for a nice introduction. This is first time I am experienced with such kind of introduction, frankly speaking. I gave 2025 lectures here and there there, maybe in physical mode or sometimes in the digital mode, basically organizers ask for a brief profile. I think we all are accustomed with these things and we send our brief profile, show and they read out from our profile. But first time I have seen that the I don't know who compiled this. Uh, they are taking some information from my Google profile, Google Scholar profile, better to say, some information from my university websites. Thank you so much for this nice introduction. So I'm really grateful
Thank you, sir.
to be act as a resource person. I'm not a resource person, better to say. I am just your colleagues. Treat me as your colleague. So before starting my presentation, on behalf of my personal behalf and on behalf of our Vidishagar University fraternity, I would like to convey sincere thanks to the authority, especially the Honorable Vice Chancellor Chair and Registered Chair and Pro Vice Chancellor Chairs of Dr. Babashed Ambedkar University, Babashed Marothara University, for giving me this opportunity to speak something about e-learning and the e-governance. Trust me, I don't know huge or my knowledge is very limited. My knowledge is very limited about this subject. Whatever I know, I will try to share with you all. And another important thing is that we all are the colleagues. So I would like to thanks all my esteemed colleagues and learned participants for bothering me for 3 hours. Okay, so I have two consecutive sessions. So first, in the first session, I'll be talking about e-learning, and I will show you how to use two free what is it called that digit e-learning platforms. One is that Google Classroom, another one is that modules for the digital taking the classes in the digital mode. I think some of you may savvy with the Google Classrooms because after COVID, we switch steadily from that physical classroom to the digital classroom. Students like to participate in digital mode instead of the physical mode. So we used to use that Google Classroom for taking their classes, supplying the notes, and sometimes for for the assessment purposes. So I will show you today in hands-on practice mode how do you use the Google Classroom. That is the number one. So I'm requesting all my esteemed colleagues and the learning participants to get ready with your laptop. That is the first things. Second thing is that Moodle is another platform, digital platform. We can do the customized learning. We can serve in a better way to our customers, sorry, to our students uh, in the form of e-learning, in the form of the digital learning. But one limitations of that Moodle is that it is free of cost, it is freely accessible, but you need some university or institutional access. Okay, Moodle is basically accessed by that institute. After that, they can enroll the teacher first, and then the teachers can enroll the students, and they can continue for the teaching learning purposes using the Moodle. So these are the two things I will show you hands-on practice. That is my first agenda. And in the e-governance part, that's been the second part of my lecture, I'll be talking about the e-governance. Okay, so with your kind permission and with the permission of the course coordinator and my esteemed project coordinator, Dr. Bina Shengar, I'm just sharing my screen with you all. Is it visible?
Yes,
In the
sir,
process.
visible.
Okay, thank you. So please let me to share the screen. Okay, my presentation is for animation and uh, animations. So please bother with me because I love to include the animation in the presentations, which may reduce the boredomness of the audience. So the title is my presentation is e-learning, the digital classroom. I think today, whatever we are doing right now, it is the best examples for that e-learning. There is no need to say anything about the concept of e-learning because you are there, you are at your convenient place. I am in my convenience place. I am in the department. Some of you are maybe in your office or maybe at your home, but still we are involved or engaged in the learning activities. So that is basically the concept of e-learning. So how we can define the term e-learning, or this is my outline of the presentations. I have shared the PPTs with Bina ma'am. If any one of you are required these presentations, you can ask her. Okay, first we'll be talking about brief outline of evaluation of education technology. I think we all are a witness about it. Slowly but steadily, we are shifting or we are transforming from the traditional learning to the digital learning. I I believe that you all are experienced same as me that students do not like to come in the physical class. Rather, they are highly appreciate to take the classes in online mode. So that part I will be covered in a very befitting way. Second, we will be talking about the concept of e-learning, what e-learning all about. Third, we will be talking about the truth of e-learning and then types of e-learning, virtual classrooms. Then we will be talking about the hands-on practices, G Classroom, that is Google Classroom, and the module. These are the two online platform, freely accessible platforms. And I think if you know something about G Classroom or the module, then you can manage your digital or online classes very efficiently. Then the rest of the parts are very simple benefits of e-learning, gamification in e-learning, social learning in e-learning, mobile learning and e-learning, and last but not the least, some of the icons that are related with the e-learnings. That is my agenda for today's presentation in the first half. So now these are the evolution of the education technology. Can anyone see? Can anyone say what is it? It is basically of brown leaves. Brown leaf means when if we go to an ancient times, people used to write on a long leaves like plum leaves and other leaves to record or to for the study purposes, for the education purposes. So that was the beginning of our educational journey. It was almost maybe 2 to 3 centuries ago. Right now, never you find such type of education. Okay, now the education has been shifted from leaves to something else. Now, later, we come across with the experience of postal communication. What does it mean by the postal communication? Education was slow, but mostly restricted in the physical classrooms. At that time, teachers used to teach on the whiteboard or sometimes more specifically on the blackboard with chalk and talk, and the teacher supply the materials in the form of hard copies. Students like to read the books. Student don't have alternative, or students didn't have that alternative options except books. There was the distance learning mode, but it was in the physical form. Digital or digitalization not there. In the third phase, it was the telephonic education. That's mean the teachers and students communicate together or communicate themselves by using the telephone. Okay, after the telephonic conversation, it is quite faster than the previous two. After the telephonic education systems, now our telephonic conversation was truly on audio or audible. Right now, audio visual mode, that's mean the television. This is the television third one, and fourth one is that television came into the force. Television is an examples for the audio visual communication, where teach in on the televisions and students used to listen from them, and this is one of the important transformation of the education technology. Later, this is basically the satellite communication. In the satellite communication, it's basically expanded the mass communication and it enabled telecommunications, live broadcast, virtual classrooms, and so on and so forth. After the satellite communications, we all are experienced with this new arena, that is the digital arena, known as the internet as a mode of communication. I think you all are agreed with me that technology, that's been internet, is the only one communication for us. Whatever we used to do, we use the internet in the form of sending message, in the form of typing mail, in the form of communicating purposes, or in the form of taking classes. So these are basically that evolution of the education technology from brown leaves to internet over the period of time. So we all slowly but steadily switching or shifting from that brown leaves to that online technology. So now coming to the next, what is e-learning? E-learning refers to the use of electronic technologies and digital platforms to deliver educational content to facilitate remote learners or remote learnings. See, we are today in the digital learning mode or in the e-learning mode. We all know that E stands for electronic. Learning means learn something through the mode of electronics. So there is no need to explain in a broader way the meaning of electronic learning. It is very simple. When we do use the different electronic media like telephone, like internet, like ICT, information and communication technology, so it will come under the e-learning concept. The use of internet technologies to deliver broad array of solutions that enhance knowledge and performance. E-learning is internet-enabled learning. So in this particular image, you can see that a cute girl is holding an exercise book, and in front of her, a laptop is open. What does it mean? And then she is wearing a headphone. What does it mean? She is true examples of e-learning in the present arena. She is enriching herself through the e-learning mode. Now, if we come to the next slide, that is the truth of e-learning. What is the first truth? In India, 1.46 billion people. Out of these, 1.2 billion people having the mobile phone. And you might be surprised to know that more than 1 billion people having the smartphones in their hand. And Gen Z's people, they are highly sophisticated with the technology. So internet has started reshaping education after COVID-19, or more specifically from 2020. We all are experienced with the e-learning, and at that time e-learning came into the force, and most of the educators as well as the learners, unintentionally or intentionally, they shift from the physical classroom to the digital classrooms. So this is one important truth. So when the people are the digital natives, when people are sophisticated with the technology, when people are savvy with the technology, so do you think that the physical education can be back? So there is no way to going back. The traditional classroom has been transformed into the digital classrooms. We are the teachers, we are the educators. We have to shift from the classrooms to the digital classrooms. We have to change ourselves from the traditional way to the digital equip. We have to equip with the digital learning place platforms or places. Education will not be the same in the next decade. Okay, there might be a big questions. Can we sustain with these physical infrastructures? Is it really required that without physical infrastructures, education cannot be possible? All the answers will be no, because the shaping of the education is changing over the period of time. All the peoples become tech oriented or tech savvy, so people can be the e-learners in the near future. Last but not the least truth is that many universities and colleges, those are fails to be equipped with the modern technologies, with the digital technologies, with the e-learning platforms, they cannot be survived. I'd like to give a simple examples for a better understanding. We all know one brand, that is the Nokia. Once upon a time, up to 2020, up to 2015, Nokia was the market leader in the mobile segment. But right now in 2025, there is no market for that Nokia. The reason is they fails to the reason is they fails to accustoms with the technology. They fails to shift from that hardware to the software. People are software based. People are software savvy. That's why you should be accept this truth of the e-learning. So my humble request to all my esteemed learners that you have to shift steadily, slowly but steadily from that physical to digital learning mode. Otherwise, there will be a big questions about the sustainability. Now, in my next slide, I would like to discuss about the types of e-learning. There are different types of e-learning. First one is called that synchronous e-learning. It means that we are doing right now. It is the real-time instructions. It is the real-time communications between the educators and the learners, between the trainers and the students, using the different forms of live classes, either in the webinar or in the video conferencing or in the Google Class or in the Google Meet or in the Zoom, and there are many more. So first type of e-learning is live interactions, or alternatively it is known as the synchronous e-learning or real-time interactions. I have inserted an image with you. Previously, we used to say that real-time interactions means that physical interactions where teachers and students meet together in a particular classroom. They interact to each other, they share their knowledge, and at the end they keep something away with them. But right now, in the 21st centuries, in the arena of digitalizations, in the arena of LPG, liberalization, privatizations, and globalizations, We have to come out from the four walls of a classroom. We have to be savvy with the technology. So that is the real-time instructions in the form of e-learning. Second type of e-learning is known as the asynchronous e-learning. It allows students to access pre-reading content and complete courses in their own facilities. This is really perfect for students with different schedules. What does it mean? We all know that SWAM platforms. We all know in the YouTubes, more specifically, the different educators have uploaded their class lectures, their videos. We are the students sometimes downloaded all these videos and completed our task. Or if we think about the SWAM platforms, if we think about the MOOCs platforms, what they used to do, they uploaded, the educators or the trainers uploaded their recorded video in these platforms. Students can access these platforms very easily. If they have the permission, they can download it, all these videos, and they can study at their own, according to their schedule, according to their feasibility. So this is the second type of learning mode, e-learning mode more specifically. So this is the examples for that acronymous e-learning. Now the video has been uploaded by the teachers and students go through it while he or she is getting the free time. Third is known as the blended learning. We all are savvy with the term blended mode, blended mode. Sometimes we submitted our research articles to different conferences, but due to some emergency or due to some workload, we couldn't make ourselves available for participating this particular conference or workshop. So what we do, we used to ask to the conference conveners, do you have the blended mode option? Blended mode means it is an hybrid. It is a hybrid mode. That's mean combination of physical as well as the digital. Some of the participants can participate in a physical form. They can learn something at their at the conference venue or at the conference premises, and other participants can join from the digital platforms. So this is the third type of e-learning mode, which is known as the blended mode, or vice versa. Teachers is it, or maybe what is it called? That students are there, and teachers are taking the lectures or giving the lectures from the distance mode by using the digital platforms. Right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you
This
are
is for
audible.
just
Yes.
okay for confirmation. Thank you for confirming. Okay, so third type of e-learning is the blended learning or hybrid learning we use as synonymous. The next type of, and this is the examples for that hybrid mode or the e-learning. See, in the blue platforms, the students are present physically, teachers are taking the classes physically, and in the yellow platforms, students are taking the same classes from their convenient place. So that is the blended mode or the hybrid mode of the e-learning. Next type of learning is known as corporate learning. It focuses on employees training and enhancing their professional development and skills. It's mainly the corporate uses to invite the speakers from the distance places, and they arrange the different training and development programs for their employees. This is more specifically for that corporate people. Last but not this is the corporate training. Last but not the least type of e-learning is massive open online courses, MOOCs. I think some of you are familiar with these terms, or maybe you all are familiar with these terms, MOOCs. And this year, the Ministry of Education made a compulsory that a paper, the students from each and every department has to opt for one paper from the MOOCs platforms. So what is the MOOCs? It is nothing but that open access courses. If you enrolled in this particular courses, so you have you can access all these course materials, all these course lectures, video lectures, and there is an options for the examinations. They will be evaluate your performance. After that, you will get the certificates from the course coordinator or maybe the offering institutions. So that is the MOOCs. MOOCs and acronymous e-learning slightly, or maybe you can say that it is same. But in case of a MOOCs, there are some clear or doubt clearing sessions. The educators appear on the screen, or maybe sometimes what is it called, in a digital mode. It is in a live form, and the students or the participants can get an opportunity to ask the questions to the educators on that particular day or the time. But massive open access online courses is almost same as that acronymous e-learning method or the mode. So these are the 5 types of e-learning. Now coming to the next part, that is the virtual classroom. Is there any difference between virtual classrooms? Is there any difference between e-learning and the virtual classroom? I think there is no differences between the e-learning and the virtual classroom. Virtual classroom are online learning environments where students and instructors interact in real time through video conferencing or collaborative tools. We all are savvy with the term virtual classroom, virtual classroom. But what is it? It is ultimately a form of e-learning. I think, have you heard the term augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse? So what are these? It is nothing but the virtual presentations of the product and services by the marketers. I'm not sure whether you are accustomed with these terms or not, but ultimately, if you visit Lakme, if you visit Lenskart, if you visit L'Oreal, I'm talking about that BPC, that's been beauty and personal care products. All the companies having their augmented reality opportunity. That's mean you can enjoy the product virtually. Okay, similarly, the marketers as well as the educational institutions, they are also slowly but steadily switching towards the virtual classrooms. Everything will be in the form of virtual, everything will be in the form of distance mode using the internet or ICT, information and communication technology, and the students as well as the teachers, they can interact to each other and enhance their learning uh, credibility. So that is basically that virtual learning. So this is my first discussions about the concept of e-learning. Now I would like to switch to the virtual classroom. Okay, I'm sorry. So is it visible? Virtual classrooms, Google Classrooms is basically our learning management system, alternatively known as that LMS. Okay, so today will be, are you ready with the computer or laptop?
Yes, sir. We are having
Yes,
laptop.
sir.
We are attending
Oh,
on same.
Yes, sir.
thank you so much. So first of all, now I am out. I will be talking about the what is it called? It is the Google Classroom. So I requesting you all, please open your personal Gmail account. Okay, see, this is my personal. If you have the institutional Gmail account, I have that institutional Gmail account, but there are some restrictions. So I cannot access the Google Classroom properly. So better for it, I am using my personal Gmail account. So this is my personal Gmail account, Shudinbag1 gmail.com. So after opening this, what you do? You will be clicking on these 9 dots options. That is the Google Apps. So now click on the Google Apps. Okay. Then where do you go? You will go scroll down slightly, and there is options for that classroom. Just click on it. When you will click on it, so Google Classroom will be open. Right? Is this interface open to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then where do you go? Now see there is a plus option. There is a plus symbol. Click on this plus symbol and see there is an options for that join class or create class. If you have created your class previously, then you will see this type of interfaces where the class has already been created. Otherwise, you can click on that create class. And if you have that, then you will go to that join class. Otherwise, you can click on that create class. So when you will be click on that create class, just check this box and click on that continue. So this type of interface will be appear on your screen. Create class, just write the name of the class. I have write over here RC, that is the refresher course. You may give that session. I can give the session number 1. Subject, you may write it e-learning, and you may mention a room number 1 or anything, and just click on that create. Okay, say RC1 is created over here. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have created.
Yes, sir.
Now then go to the customized option. You can customize your photos, or you can upload it photos here according to your interest. You can change the color also. If I click on that select photo, so see there are different types of photo. Now if it is related to the e-learning, I can set this particular theme for the classes with the laptop and computer mobiles. I can click on this. Then if I save it, see now it has been changed. Or you can do customize according to your interest. You can also upload any photos here from the galleries or from any other options. You can, if you browse, then click on the browse, then it will go to your different what is it called, the drives. Then you can also create it. Okay, so the first part is clear. So how to create the Google Classroom.
Yes, sir.
Then what do? You have to enroll your students. To whom you teach? You have to teach your students. So for enrolling the students, you may go to that class settings. Sorry. Or better to say, you can go to people. When you click on the people, you may see this interface. One is for the teachers, another is for the students, right? So you are the teachers. By default, it is showing along with your image if you have in your Google account, or sorry, Gmail account. And then if you click on that options, invite students, so there is a link. This is the Google link. You may copy it and share with your students, or you can send them an email if you have the email IDs. There are two options. You can copy it and ask them to join, or you can send a mail. Then the link will be attached with the mail, so they can join by clicking on this link. Okay, so after enrolling your students, what do? You may go for the, and better to say that this is your class code. You can also inform your students that please see the class code and the join in this particular class code. if many teachers started to taking the classes in online mode, so the students may have that multiple mails. Sometimes they may confuse which one is your classes. So better to share your class code with them. And after that, you may go for the classroom. So when you will be click on that classroom, you may find this type of interface. If you click on the create, then you may find the many options. First options is that assignments. Second options is that quick assessment, or sorry, quiz assessment. I'm extremely sorry. Then is that questions, materials, reuse post, and topic. So first, if you click on that assignment, so here you can write the title of your assignment. Say I'm writing over here, say uh, concept of e-learning. Okay, you whatever you want to write over here, you can give the instruction. Okay. Apart from that, you can attach any file from your drive. Suppose I have uploaded my notes or maybe the materials to the drive. If I click on the drive, show it directly reach to the drive, my drives, uploads. That's mean whatever you have in your computer, so you can access from here. So if you have a material like this, so suppose I have that material here like this. So if I click in and add over here, see now chapter 5 is added. And after that, if I share it with the students, so all the students can see it and also access it. Apart from that particular chapter, if I want to add something from that Google link or Google video, whatever you want to, if you type over here that particular link or video, sure it will directly reach. So suppose I am writing over here e-learning. If I type over here e-learning, so now see the YouTube page is open. So you can suppose I want to select this one, and if I add this video, so the video also be added with these things, and after that you can make it share. If you wish to create something, so there is a docs, there is a slides, there is sheets, that's been word file, ppts, excel sheet, or any sort of drawings including prompts you can share. If you wish to upload something, so similarly, you can upload it anything from your computer. And if you want to share any link, just add the link over here. And after that, add on the add link. So everything will be added, and you just share with your all students. Here is an options for that assignments. Here is all the students. If you click on that all students, so it goes to all the students. So that is the first part of the Google Classroom. It is very simple and easy. Okay. Can I go to the next part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next part is so let me minimize the screen. Okay. So now assignment part is over. Next part is the quiz assessment. So now in university today I received a mail from the postgraduate secretary said that you have to take the assessment using LMS, ILMS, Institutional Learning Management Systems. So how do I take the assessment? So I will go for that quiz. So this is an assessment, sorry, better to quiz assessment, hasn't it? There is an options for that for the creating Google Forms. If I click on the blank quiz, see where we reached? We reached to the Google Forms. No need to create it separately. directly you can go to the Google Forms and you can set your questions paper over here. It may be multiple choice questions, it may be short answer type questions, it may be paragraph type questions, whatever you want, you can do it. Even students can upload it their answers. So that is basically that Google Forms.
Sir, if we
Are
are
you
having already a quiz in the Google form, can we directly import it?
Yeah, you can directly import it. There will be no problem. Just let me show you. Yeah, there is an options for that upload, or there is an options for that link. Same thing. If you click on the link, just share the link of your Google Forms here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Or even if you wish to upload that entire Google Form, just click on that upload. Then you go to your browser, or maybe in the place where you save it, and then drag and drop it. Okay. You can share. You can also share it from the drive also. These 5 options are fixed for that assessment, for that quiz, and for the other purposes. On that then here is an options for that question setting. You can also set that questions. We use the quiz assessments for that MCQ type of examinations where the options are multiples. We can easily calculate their grade. We can easily check their performances. And the short answer questions, you have to check manually, or you have to give that amount of what is it called, that answers that will be matched with the Google question, Google classrooms. And then here is the materials. You can upload it, your materials that I have already talked about. How do you upload it? Here is that title, descriptions, and you can upload it by using any of these options out of these 5. So these are the Google Classroom. An interesting thing is that it is a Google Classroom is a part of Google. So you can also take the classes from the students using the Google Meet. So it is a blend with the Google Meet and the Google Classroom. This is the beauty of the Google Classroom.
Sir, will you please elaborate little on the rubrics present in this Google Classroom?
Google Classroom.
Rubrics.
Sorry, which one?
Rubrics in Google Classroom.
I'm not getting you. Can you please repeat once again?
Rubrics in Google Classroom, sir.
Rubrics means which one? I'm not getting.
Rubrics in this Google Classroom.
Can you type in that chat box so I can understood?
They're under Bloom's taxonomy, the method of evaluation.
Okay, method of evaluation for that module is appropriate, but in the Google Classroom, MCQ can be well evaluated, but for the short answers or the
Sir, I
descriptive
have
type,
typed in the chat box.
okay, just let me.
Rubrics in Google Classroom. Rubrics is there.
Okay, rubrics.
Level of assessment, like
Just let me check it. Are you talking about grades? Where is this option? Rubrics. No. The drive. This is the classroom. Yeah, rubrics. So for the rubrics, if we go for that questions, so suppose
Sir, it is in the assignment page. I think it is.
here, no? Oh, this
Yes,
one
it
is.
is here.
Yeah, yeah. See, actually, it is for that MCQ question, it is easy. But for the short answer questions or the descriptive questions, when you use a term, but the students use the synonymous, maybe Google's Classroom fails to evaluate it correctly. Suppose if I try click over here that create rubrics, see creation of the rubrics, title required, creation descriptions, level 1 descriptions, all these questions, it is basically according to your class. So this creation description should be matched with the student's answer. Otherwise, say for each one, it will give the marks. Their marks is assigned for here. So it is duplicate creations and it is move creation up, move creation down, and so on and so forth. Actually, we asked to prepare the MCQ questions for that Google Classroom. And for that rubrics, what happened? Your description should be matched with the student's answer. If it doesn't happen, then it is hardly possible to give the marks of the students. It fails to answer, and even there is a add criterion. There is you must add some criterion. So this is the point required. So this is the number of question marks of the questions. So suppose it is one, it is a 4 marks questions. Okay, so you have given the descriptions. What Google Classroom should do, actually, when we are going for the plagiarism checking, think about that plagiarism checking or maybe AI checking. What happened? Whatever the plagiarism software, it is a software. Google Classroom is a software. When they find the similarity with your write-up, maybe 3 4 letters or 5 letters, it shows as the plagiarism, right? So now here I have given the descriptions of these answers. Show the, say suppose what is e-learning. You can define that e-learning is a technology enabled learning process. Someone can be defined that it is ITC based teaching learning process. Someone may be defined as e-learning is nothing but the use of internet for the learning purposes. So what types of descriptions should you accept? When you give that descriptions and that match with the students answered, then the students will get to score 4 marks, or maybe otherwise they will get the 0. So that is basically that problem in case of a descriptive answers, or you have to set the criterion over here, maybe how much they can consider. That for the Turnitin, we have said 3 consecutive letters. If the 3 consecutive letters are similar, then it shows as a it shows as a plagiarized. If you give the criterion that maybe e-learning means electronic or internet or ITC, such type of words should be there, then the students will get the full marks. So that is the issues. So you have to define your options more clearly for this particular cases. Otherwise, it is hardly possible to evaluate properly in case of a Google Classroom or the digital classroom. Okay. Is there any other options? Do you know? If you know, you can share with us. Dr. Kundan.
Sir, it's okay, sir. Sir, it is a little about the evaluation. The student get a idea what on what basis the teacher is going to evaluate that write up on the basis of
Right,
grammars or on the basis of some technical language like that.
right.
It is evaluation
Actually,
which
what I
students
gave
are
the
able to see.
yeah, what I gave the answers that turn it in. Think about that plagiarism checking. We all are experienced with the plagiarism checking, right? So when we write a paragraph or maybe an article, and after that when we go for that plagiarism checking or the AI checking, what happened? It is basically the software find the similarities when it's matched with the others write up, right? And it shows or it marks as a green color, red color, whatever it may be. Similarly, when we are going for the assessment, long questions assessment or the short questions, or better to say the descriptive questions assessment in the Google Classroom. Just a minute. Hello. I'm sorry. So what I am trying to say, when we are going to check the plagiarism of our article, we basically the software basically search the similarities. As per the Turnitin, we have 3 letters. Maybe in other softwares they are searching for that 5 letters. Other softwares they are searching for that 10 letters. So similarly, if you give the command in this way, that's mean in your descriptions that e-learning means either internet or electronic or ICT or technology should be there, then the students can get the marks. Otherwise, the students scored 0. That is the problem in the rubrics in the Google Classroom. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Kundan, for highlighting this. Actually, I forgot about to share with you. Thank you. So this is the concept of the Google Classroom that we are talking about. So we can also go for that assessment, untitled assessment. Here is that use scoring, score option is there. If you turn off the scoring, so there will be no score. You can evaluate the answers manually. That's been from that screen. Otherwise, if you put the scoring option, you have to give that criterion title, you have to give your criterion descriptions, and you have to fill up all other points, all other options for marking the students answer or the report. So that is the rubrics. So is there anything left about the Google Classroom? So people, and grade is basically if when you create any assignment, so then the list of the students will be appeared, and you can grade them according to the first, second, third, or maybe 40%, 60%, 70%, whatever you may, you can. So this is the basic concept of the Google Classroom. And here is that new announcement. You can also announce anything that you will be taking. You are going to take the class tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30, whatever it is. If you write something and post it, then it will directly goes to your enrolled students. That is all students. Or if you want to say there is a selected students, then you can also share this message or announcement to your selected students. Suppose you just want to share it with your class monitor or the representatives, so you can share with him or her. Or if you want to share with all the students, so there is by default an options on the students is enabled. So you can just click on the post, so it will be it goes to the all students. And if you wish to add anything from that Google Drive or YouTube link, or uploaded any files or any link here, you can also do uh, along with this post. So this is the announcement. When you will be do something, when you do any announcement, it will automatically here. And if you wish to repost anything, so there is an options for the repost, and there is an options for the Google Calendar. You can mark your classes on the Google Calendars. It will give the what is it called, that reminder to your students that you have a classes from 24th from that class to this class. You can also check is there any holiday or not, etc, etc. Okay, so this is the Google Calendar that is also linked with the our Google account. Thank you. Okay, so this is the part of the Google Classroom. I think it is all about the Google Classroom. Just I like to recap once again. First, you go to the Google Classroom. Then you will create your students. Sorry, you will create your class from these options. That is the from the plus options. Okay, let me do it from the beginning. Okay, just oh my god, sorry. Just where do you go? First, just you open your Gmail account. After opening the Gmail account, click on the Google Apps. Just scroll down slowly. You go to the Google Classroom, and there is an option, class option. Just click on the either create the class for the first time. That's been create class, or if you want to join the class, you can go and join over here. Just double click on it. You will be joining. Okay, and after that you can customize your uh, uh, customize your photos, classroom color, theme, whatever you want to do, you can also customize it. Why it is not customizing? This color is not showing. This color is showing. If I click on this, class theme color updated, maybe it will take some time anyway. And then after creating the Google Classroom, what you do, you will go to the people. You should add your people by clicking on this link, or by sending the link to the students via mail. Then you can go for that you can go for that classroom. When you will be clicking on that classroom, there is an option for that for create. If you click on that create, there is an options for that assignment. You can upload your assignments to your for the students. You can go for that quiz assessment. When you will be click on that quiz assessment, quiz assessment is basically if it is an MCQ pattern of MCQ pattern question answer, then you will go to the Google Forms directly, and from the Google Forms you can create your questions. And for that Google Forms, if we click on that Google Forms, uh, if we do it required, and there is an options for that answer script. For that multiple choice questions answer, there is no need to use the uh, rubrics, but here is an answer script. If you put that answer key, show if the student's mark on the right answer, he score 1 or 2 according to your assigned number. Otherwise, it will be 0. Then where do we go? We can go for questions. For that, if it is the long answer questions, you may go for that rubric, and you can also check it. So that is all about the Google Classroom. Okay, material, post, repost, and topics, etc., etc. So any doubts, any questions about Google Classroom? If you have, please feel free to ask. Any questions from Google
Nothing, sir.
Classroom?
Understood, sir.
Oh, thank you. Now we go to our presentations. So Google Classroom is
Sir, is there discussion forum also in this Google Classroom?
no, for the discussion, madam, you have to create the Google Meet link. And in the Google Meet link, you can go for the discussion. There is an options for that Google link. You can create the Google link directly. where it is. If I click on the teaching setting, notification mail. Um, there is an options for the Google Meet link, where it is. Where is the link for Google
The
Classroom?
link is on Google Apps. Google Apps. You
Oh,
open
sorry.
it.
Google
Yeah,
App
Google App.
Launcher is there, no? Nine
Yeah,
dots.
yeah. This is the Google Meet link. You can click over here, and students can join in the Google link.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, please.
Sir, when you go to classroom, you create an assignment. You
Shall I
create
go
an
to the
assignment.
classroom?
Go
Yeah,
to
now
classroom, create
Zoom.
assignment, create.
Assignment.
You give the title, and then there is a link.
RC222 instructions www at
Now copy and paste this link here.
link here, or copy and
No,
paste the link.
paste the link. Here there is link, sir. Next to upload, there is link. Yeah. You click it. Now the link which you created in the Google Meet, you have to paste
Okay,
it
okay.
here.
Yeah, I can post it here and it can be shared with the students.
Yes.
Students can join with this Google link, right?
Yes.
In announcement
So
also
it is,
it can be shared. No problem.
yeah, we can also share it from that,
Rather than
from this
assignment, we can
Google
share it
Apps.
in announcement and
Yeah, we can share it in the announcement also. There are multiple options. If we add here announcement that the classes will be held tomorrow using this link, please join, and they can join. So it will directly come to the Google Classroom. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Now coming to the PowerPoint presentations. What we have next? We have next to model. So this is institution specific. Just let me show you. For that, I need to another PPT that I have made for you. This is LMS technical. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here the steps of this particular online platform has been given. So first of all, what do you do now? This platform subscribed by the Vidyasagar University. I think your university, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar University, have this module. If you do not have, maybe you have another options. I'm not sure about it. So for that, what do you do? If you just copy this particular link and pasted it into a new window. So now it is showing that a learning management system at the rate Vidyasagar University. So if I click on over here, so now they are asking for, oh, I have already logged in. So let me log out. Okay, they are asking for that username and that password. This username and password has been created by the computer center of our university. So now I am giving here the username. So username is my university mail ID. And password I have set. Yes. Hello.
Some nuisance is there. Roll number 54, please mute. Continue, sir, now.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, now I have given my password. So when I'll be giving now this what is it called, that interface will be appear on your screen. Now the name of the users will be appear on the screen. Here will be the options for that: dashboard, profile, grades, message, performance, etc., and finally logout. So one limitation of this e-learning platform is that you cannot create the classroom by yourself. You have to consult with your computer experts or maybe computer center. As for our cases, just I'm talking about, if I want to add new courses over here, so I have to inform to the computer science department along with all informations like the name of the course, subject code, paper code, etc., etc. So they will be creating. Okay, the beauty of this particular platform is that multiple. It is very what is it called, that useful platforms, but it needs the institutional subscriptions, and it is free of cost. Now, suppose if you go to the dashboard, so you may find that the number of courses you have enrolled for your students over the period of time. So initially I have enrolled the course for MBA 202, that is the marketing management. Here is that another courses for that marketing management, another courses for that management principles. So I have this number of courses, hasn't it? So this is your dashboard showing, and just let me do one thing. There is an options for that customized pages. If you click on that customized pages, there will be such type of options: color changing, theme changing, etc. will be appear. So now if I go to my courses, so these are my courses. Suppose I am interested to work upon on this particular courses. Now I am clicking on the my courses. So this course is related to the new product development. What shall I do? I need to enroll the students first. For the enrolling the students, what do you do? I will click on this particular arrow. That means that after the setting options, if you click over here, so it will showing these things. Otherwise, if you turn on an add-on activity, sorry, before going to that, I'd like to show you how do you enroll your students. How do you enroll your students? Where is that option? This is an activity for enrollment. If I click over here, highlight showing, just a minute. If I click on this, okay, there is an options, I think, for enrollment. This is the course and get course management. We have to go to the course management. Sometimes we can't find the options. Where is that course management? Additional optional courses. It is no, where it goes. Dashboard. Stop customizing. If I click on this announcement topic, yes, there is an options. I think edit setting duplicates. What happened? Oh, sorry. You have to just let me show you. So now this course has been created by your computer science department or maybe the authorized personality for your learning management systems for your university or colleges. So what do you do? If we click on these things, so you may find that there is an options for that participants. So if you click on that participants, you may find there is an options where you can see that enrolled users or enrollment methods groups. There are two options. Either you may click here for enroll users, or if you click on that enroll users, there might be two options. One options for that guest users, another options for that self. Actually, all this has been created by them. So anyway, select enroll users or cohort. You can also create a cohort over here. So if you click on that groups, so see there are different groups. 2020 batch, 2020 second batches MBA students here. You can grouping them, you can enroll them as a whole. Without, in case of a Google Classroom, we have to enroll students one by one or by invitation. Here, the entire list has been prepared by the postgraduate departments and they supplied it to the computer science department. So when the students having the FIRD what is it called that identity card, that's been radio frequency identity card, so they have the data. So based on this data, if you click here grouping or maybe the group creation, so it automatically all the students of your department will be enrolled under your program. So there are two options for that enrollment. If we click on that participants, one is called that guest users, but it is not showing over here. One is the guest users, another is the self users. And otherwise, if you click on the group cohorts here, groups, so it you can enroll the entire number of the students. So now the first part is over, enrollment of the students as well as the selection or what is it called, that enrollment of the students in your particular program has been done. What about the next part? The next part will be shame, little or slightly shame about the same with the Google Classroom. Now there is an but it is more customized. In case of a Google Classroom, they have a very limited options, but here there are multiple options. Suppose there is, and if you click on that add an activity or resource, you may find the beauty. So these are the number of options that you can use it. Okay, first one is called that assignment. If you click on the assignment, if you click on that assignment, see you will use this such type of interface. Can you remember that in the Google form, these options were not there? That's mean that text option, highlight, maybe medium, small, heading. Here bold options are there, italic options are there. Sometimes it is that what is it called? That bullet numbers you can use. You can use the numbers. You can go for that outends. That's mean maybe this type of things or that type of things. Here is an options for that link. Here is an options for that unlink, and many more. Here is an options for that record audio. Do not need to type over here anything. Just if you click on the record it, and if you click on OK, whatever you will say, so it will automatically record it over here. So, and here you can also use your camera, but anyway, it is not supported right now because it is under the just under the constructions. Maybe the progress is going on, so that's why. And there is an options for that drag and drops. There is an options for that availability. You can mention your availability, that the materials will be available from today to the next week, and after that it automatically will be disable. So these are the things, and there see there is the multiple options on a particular assignment. Feedback type, submission settings, group submission settings, notification, grade, common module settings. So it is more customized than the Google Classroom. This is the first options. So if you go back to the second one, if you click on that activities, second is the book. You can upload it the book. Just write the name of your book here, descriptions. The appearance of the books also be there. If you click on the books, chapter formatting, style of navigations. If you select on the common module setting, ID number, restrict access. If you use that none can be access it, or maybe if you add any restrictions, that the activity completion date, activity start date, user profiles, restriction sets, everything can be done here. And after that, you can also submit it. হ্যাঁ কি হবে জাস্ট মিনিট এক মিনিট হোল্ড করো sorry. So now coming to the discussion. So we are talking about that activity book. Chat option is also there. You can go for that chat, adding a new chat to the global branding. That is the name of that course. Chat session, how long the chat session can be going on. That ma'am has already asked questions about that Google Classroom. Ma'am, there is an options for that chat options. You can interact with your students directly from this particular platform. Okay, save and return to the course, whatever you want to do. So there is a multiple options of that module. There is a question, there is a data set, and for that there is an options for that quiz. Quiz is basically for assignment set, that MCQ type questions or any other questions that you want to ask to your students, or you can set your students. You can, if you click on that layout, so there will be the layout of the questions. One questions in a page, or maybe two questions in a page, or multiple questions are in a page. So you can also set. There is an options for the timing. So suppose your examination will be start tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Just enable it. There is an options for that. Tomorrow means 13th December 2025, and the examinations will be close on 13th September. What is it? Sorry, this might be timing. Maybe the examination will be from 12:30. That's been 2:30, and which close on, if we enable it will be close on 13th December, and it will be for only 30-minute session. So just make it okay, and here you can add the duration. It is for the 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, the questions will be visible. So no one can answer these questions. So that is the beauty. Here is that questions behavior. You can also say, so see that these options, when you will be working on it, you may know more about all these things. Hello. পরে কথা বলছি। Okay, so this is the beauty of these modules. Where do we go? Okay, and then this is the options for that quiz. If you click on activity, so there might be labels, there might be IMAs, there might be shareable content object reference module or model. There is an options for that survey. Okay, you can also go for that survey, common module setting, restrict areas. You can also have an options for URL workshop. Okay, adding new workshop. Here is that grading strategy. Here is that gradation. Then you can also go for that workshop. So these are the all about the module, and Do you have this module in your university? Hello, do you have
So
this
we are
type?
not having, but one of the resource person, Srinivas sir, has
Okay,
introduced us with one online Moodle which can be accessible to anyone. That is Gnomio.
genome. There are multiple, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, the option is increasing day by day because we are transforming towards the digital learning. Okay,
Yeah, yes. We were
okay,
really afraid of this Moodle, but in whatever manner he has taught and you have given the information, we are becoming
right.
familiar with it and we will definitely create it.
Right. But
Yeah.
module is very useful when you will know and when you will use by your hand. So it will be very easy for you. And their option is that numerous. That's when it is option is infinite. Anyone can use it. Anyone can create any kinds of digital classrooms from the very beginning to end. That's when for a particular course, what we do in the physical classroom, you can have an options to doing the same thing in the Google Classroom or sorry
Yes,
module. That is
sir.
the beauty. Okay,
Many
so
many things he
yeah,
has also
please.
told that if you are presenting something and a video is going on, suppose you wish to see that your learner is watching that video sincerely or not. So after some time you can put quiz there. When that learner will attempt the quiz, then only the video will go ahead. If the learner is attempting for the wrong answer, then again he or she has to watch the video and how to attempt the correct answer and again how to move on.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, many
See,
beautiful features are there.
right. What is the name of this particular software?
Genomics, sir.
Geonomy. Yeah, I heard this. I heard this, and I used once a few years back when probably it was in 2018, 2019. One of the resource person came over here. He was also talking about that same software, but just in a workshop for half an hour we practice it. After that we forgot about. Anyway, Geonomia is there, right? You are absolutely correct. And Zoom is also there. I think Zoom is one of the important or greatest platform for that online teaching learning method. Okay, so but in I don't have any knowledge about Zoom whether we can conduct that type of classes that's been create assignments or sharing books or materials or not. But I used to use I do not have the Zoom subscriptions, but I have attended many online sessions through the Zoom.
So many
Okay,
more tools are there. When you are presenting your slide, in between with the AI tool integrated, you can create quiz there on the slide content,
right,
and
right.
you can ask the question to participants so that you can engage them.
Right, but what happened, frankly speaking, with the huge personal pressure, family pressure, and the administrative pressure, sometimes we feel too accustomed with all these changes, technological advancement, right, to shape. Okay, but we have to do it, otherwise there is no option to survive. Okay, all the education systems, even the entire world is going to transforming into the digital one. So we have to slowly but steadily try to accustom with it. Isn't it? For the research, just I'd like to cite that earlier we used to use the SPSS software for the data analysis. After that, now IBM introduces AMOS with the SPSS. So now we learn SPSS. Right now, when we submit any research article to a good journal, the reviewers first, or maybe the you can say that the editor first ask us that do you know any other new softwares that in machine learning, either in Python or the R? So when we say that yes, it is we know that R or Python, then the second questions comes from that editor. Can you switch your results through the R or the Python? So right now that type of transformation is going on in our society. So we have to have accustomed with all these things. Otherwise, maybe we will not get our actual value from the society. Okay, so this is all about my little knowledge about the module. I have given the presentations to you all in the module. If you are interested, you can go with it. Okay, everything is given over here in detail, and I prepared this slide with the help of that one of the experts from the computer science department. So these are our FIRT identity card. So there is the number. See this red number when we type in the 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 numbers over there. So in this in the customer's instance name, so it will automatically create the cohort. Okay, instead of enrolling one by one, just just create the first just type the first 8 letters of anyone student's identity card. So it will automatically what is it called, that create the cohorts by the Moodle. Then this is the addition of the course material. There is an options for that turn editing on. When you will be turn editing on, show you the options for that: add topics, add and creativity, sorry, activity and resources. And then when you will be create on that creativity or resources, so you may add any number of uh, files, programs, and there is an options for that assignments, chat, choices. And there is an options for that assignment creation that I have already talked about: time, date, and your gradation marks, cut-off marks. So everything will be automatically done by the computer. So this is a basic descriptions about the Moodle, and Moodle is also there for, this is for that basic statistics using R. Sure, in this way you can also check, you can also what is it called, that export the report into your Excel. So this is all about the Moodle slide. Now coming to other slide, my original slide for the presentations. So now there is a comparison between Moodle and the Google Classroom. Google Classroom is very easy, but the option is very limited. You cannot do any customizations, but in case of a Moodle, there is a multiple options for that customizations. You cannot go for that advanced reporting and analytics, but there is an options for that. So see in this particular table, all the options for that Google is no, that's mean it is not available, Google Classroom. But all the options for that module is yes, all these are available. So based on this, right now our university is using the module for as a learning management system, LMS. Now coming to the next slide. So I think there is no need to say anything about the benefits of the e-learning. We all are, what is it called, that enjoying these benefits. We all are will know what kinds of benefits are have in case of a e-learning. Say in this particular RC, that's been the research, sorry, refresher courses. You can attending the courses from your home. You can also completing your other task. But if it will be in physical mode, you have to stay over there for 21 days or for 13 days. That's when it was from 1st December to 13th December. So you have to stay over there for the 13 days. So some cost definitely involved for staying and fooding or lodging and fooding purposes, and show others. So definitely it is flexible and convenience. Anyone can learn from any corner of the society. It also enhances that accessibility. If you have that internet connectivity in your mobile phone or in your laptop, you can access. It is cost effective. There is no need to say that digital learning is less cost. And also at the end of the programs, you can also enjoy the digital batches or certifications. Same thing, the ultimate purposes of our learning or the learners is to get the certificates. So now that the e-learning also provides the certificates. After completion of this course, you will entitled to get certificates from the authority, that's been the authority of the BAMU, and you can also submit it for your accreditation purposes, university accreditation purposes, or maybe for your personal appraisal. So these are the benefits of the learnings, but it is not free from. So these are the best practice of the learning right now. Clear learning objectives. Everyone having the clear learning objectives. There are multiple programs offering by the multiple institutions in our country. The students can clearly select. Students can select the best courses according to their choice, according to their objectives. And there are multiple multimedia engagement or involvement is there. So the students can learn uh, with the games, students can learn with the entertainment. Okay, this is the beauty of the e-learning. So sometimes we used to see, sorry, sometimes we use the different types of media, different types of channel, YouTube channels. We what is it called that? We prepared our slides using some audio visuals, using some different types of codes and other things. So multiple media is enables us videos, quizzes, simulations to enhance learner engagement and the retentions. Students can actively engage. So that's why I make the presentations using the different what is it called that animations, and also the transformations and assessments and feedbacks. It is very easy to assess the students, thousand and thousand of students. If you see in a particular MOOCs course, I have seen that for a course that enrolled by our students, machine learning for the managers using Python, 1453 students enrolled. So manually, frankly speaking, it is hardly possible to evaluate and publish the results within the stipulated time, as it is possible because of that e-learning platforms. So these are the best practices of the e-learning. So I have already talked about that gamification is there in the learning process. So through the games to reduce the stress among the learners, we use the different types of games. We use the different types of videos and other mechanisms to enhance the learners' engagement and the modifications. And there is also options for that social learning in e-learning. So we also learn something from the LinkedIn. What I mean to say that, suppose you published a good paper, you published your research article in a good journal. What we used to do, or what we used to do, we share it in the LinkedIn or any other social media. So if any users in this particular forum read your paper, they may know about your research findings, about your research objectives, and so on and so forth. So that's why e-learning can also be done through the social learning platforms. It is also available in the mobile learnings. E-learning can be also done through the mobile learning. Okay, assessing and engaging e-learning context and activities using the mobile devices. I think we all have the different apps in our mobile installed, and according to our requirement, we can use these apps for the learning purposes. Most of the times when we face difficulties to recall the spelling of what is it called that jargons in English, what we do, we Google on the mobile phone. So that's why mobile learning is also an important part of the e-learning. So now this is the trends and innovations of the e-learning. Trends and innovations in e-learning includes personalized learning. What does it mean by the personalized learning? Like that private tutor. Okay, and e-learning is also possible one-to-one interactions. Okay, one-to-one learning process. That is the personalized learning, or better to say that the educators design their programs, design their courses in such a way that mitigates the demand for the learners. So that is also that personalized learning. In the MOOCs, you may find that more than 2000 courses are there. So what does it mean? Maybe some courses are for the some of the students, sorry, other courses for the other students, and they are trying to deliver their learning to the or deliver their courses uh, uh, what is it called that it is exclusively for that particular group of students. So that is the personalized learning. Micro learning is also possible, one to one or maybe one to few learning is also possible. Virtual reality, artificial intelligence, social learning is also there. And most important thing is that data driven analytics for that learners is available in case of a e-learning process. So these are the some icons we use in the e-learning. First is that questions and inquiry. Second is the document search. Third is that time engagement. And fourth is that idea innovations. And if you see, these are the list of the icons. Frankly speaking, I don't know the name of all these icons, even their uses in the e-learning methods. Anyway, but the researcher used to use this type of icons for as a component of the e-learning methods or tools. There are another icons for that e-learning. Okay, so these are the icons that people are used to. Even these are the icons for that WhatsApp. These are the icons for that Twitter, probably. These are the icons for, these are the click. These are the icons for that audio. Okay, so these are the icons that researchers use. This is for maybe video and so on and so forth. So with this, so now first part is over about the e-learning and the trends of e-learning in India. So thank you for your kind patience and for nice uh, vibrant session. So if you have any questions about the e-learning methods or e-learning, so please feel free to ask, or maybe we can collaboratively learn about the e-learning. Like Dr. Kundan tell us about the evaluation methods in the Google Classroom. Okay, I really forgot about it. Thank you, Kundan, Dr. Kundan, for giving this insight about it. So we have talked about the two models. One is that Google Classroom, another is the Moodle. Okay, so I think you may use the Google Classroom, which is user friendly and free of cost, and there is no need for that university or institutional subscriptions. You can use by your own for as a learning management systems for students evaluation, for conducting classes in the online platforms, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm
Are we
can I
taking break of 5-10 minutes?
yeah, that is I think required for all the participants too. So
Yes, sir.
please take 5 minutes break. We will start our next session from 5:05.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yes,
Ah,
yes, ma'am.
sir, can we use at personal level also this Vidyasagar Moodle or
No,
not?
ma'am. Actually,
Or
no, ma'am, you can't.
okay, ji.
Okay, for that you need to university email ID, ma'am.
Okay,
Like that.
first. Okay,
Yes,
our
ma'am.
university need to install it or like this, then
Right,
only we can.
right, ma'am. You can give a requisition to the university authority. As it is free of cost, there is no cost involvement, hasn't
Okay.
it? And it is very user-friendly software that for that assessment of the students or taking classes. Okay, like that Google Scholar. Without university mail ID, we can't access it. Similarly, the module is same now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's why when we logged on the module, so the option was, I think you can remember, it was www.cccnet.vidyasagar.ac.in like that. Okay, ma'am. And it is
Yes, sir.
clearly written LMH at the red view, that is the Vidyasagar University. And
Yeah.
it is designed for that Vidyasagar University fraternity, ma'am. Okay, but I think the authority of every university can be agreed to use it for that as an LMS because it is free of cost. If cost will involve, then the authority may have some questions whether it will be useful or not. But when it is free of cost, maybe you can ask to your authority that if we introduce these LMS systems for our city, it
Okay.
might be beneficial for all.
Okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So, with your kind permission, can I start my second session?
Yes, sir, we are here with you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. It's my great pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, with your kind permission, so now I am switching to my next presentation that is on e-governance and the Digital India Initiative. See, the first presentation and second presentations both are begin with the E. Okay, so here also E stands for electronic. Here also E stands for digital or internet. So now governance means that how government will provide their services to their stakeholders. Okay, I'll not go in detail about the governance and other issues because this is not cup of tea of this particular RC program because this is not on the e-governance. And this is my table of content that I'll be talking about. What is e-governance in a very brief history of the e-governance, also in a very brief. I'll not go in detail from the very old background to the current scenario, because we are all savvy with engaging or availing the e-governance in the current scenario. Different pillars of the e-governance, different phases of the e-governance. I will not be talking about types of e-governance and the benefits, limitations, and the concept and benefits and limitations of the e-governance. Now coming to the first slides, what is e-governance? See, there are things I have inserted over here. So when the government organizations or governments offering their services through the internet, through the technology, through using the ICT, information and communication technology, that represents or that refers to that e-governance. The term E in the e-governance stands for electronic. I have already told you that we begin both the sessions with the same word, that is the E, and which means that electronics. It's very simple. When governments offer their services to their citizens, to their stakeholders, using the electronic media, electronic devices, internets, or more specifically, information and communication technology, that is ICT, that is known as that e-governance. For that, the government is basically use a concept called that smart. Okay, the ultimately objectives of the e-governance is to facilitate or provide the best services to their stakeholders for functioning in a best manner. And for that, the government may adopt the smart concept. In a smart, A stands for simple. Whatever they want to do through the electronic technology, it should be simple in nature. That's why everyone can be avail it, everyone can be access it. It should be easy to understand. That is basically that simple. There should be no jargons. There should not be haphazards. What is it called? That steps that has to be followed, and so on and so forth. That is the first part of that e-governance, is that simple. Second is that moral. Whatever the government wish to offer to their stakeholders, it should be ethical one. It should be moral. There should not be any bias. There should not be any ambiguity. Third is that accountable. That government should take the responsibilities for offering these services through the ICT. The governments or government employees or government should responsible for any sort of difficulties when the citizens or maybe the stakeholders will be facing. Last but sorry is that responsiveness. Who will be responsible for this? Stakeholders will definitely responsible for it, but mostly the government should be responsible for if there is any default or if there is any difficulties arises among the society or in the society, better to say. So responsiveness. Last but not the least, it is transparent. Everything should be transparent. We all know that our country is not so transparent, but we are trying to do in a transparent manner. But due to some reasons, we cannot find that 100% transparency. So for the e-governance, the ultimately objectives of the e-governance is to transparent government, or the services that offered by the government should be transparent in nature. There should not be any mediator involved. There should not be any bias. There should not be any ambiguity. So that is basically that objectives of the e-governance in India. So these are the steps of that e-governance. So data and websites has to be developed by the governments and the government departments. They have to be collect the data from the different sites, different citizens, different stakeholders of the society, and they will be also refine this data through using some sort of antivirus that I have written over here. That's been some separation methods, and it should be stored into the web browsers through which the citizens of the country can be available, it can be accessed. That is basically that entire structure of the e-governance. So these are some technical parts. I will not go in detail about these technical activities. Now, history of the e-governance. It was initially started in the year of 1987 with the INCNET, the National Satellite-Based Computer Network, who launched the concept of the e-governance, but it was not implemented at that time. Later, it was implemented. This was followed by the launch of district information systems of the national informatics centers, programs to computerize all the district offices in the country. I think we can remember that during the maybe in the year 2000 or 2001, all the bank, all the banks become that CBS, that is the core banking services. So that was one of the initiatives of the e-governance. And then NICNET was expanded via state capitals to all the district headquarters by the 1990s. And finally, maybe in the 20th century, we can say that e-governance come into the force and they started to working phases after phases. So these are the short history. If you Google on it, you may find that history pages after pages. So I'll not go in details about it. There are four pillars of the e-governance. One is the process. What does it mean, the process? How the government should offer the services to the stakeholders. Okay. There are the process, how the governments offer the services to their stakeholders. For instance, if we think about the banking services, they have that process. If you wish to deposit some amount over there, so if you ask to the counterman, so I have 1 lakh with me, so I want to deposit into in my account. Can it be possible? It's not possible. So you have to follow certain process. You have to fill up the requisite forms along with your account number, date, your signature, and so on and so forth. Similarly, in the e-governance, they has to be defined they have to be defined what are the process to offer the services to the stakeholders. Second is that people who will be involved or engaged in this process, who will be involved in this process. That means they have to identify the right people for that right task and to implement the right process. Third important thing is the technology. Technology means how they can complete the process. Definitely the technology, which kinds of technology they should use, who will be taking the responsibilities for this technology, how they will implement the technology, how do they develop the technology, and so on and so forth. All these WH questions will become over here. Last but not the least is the resources. Where from that government will get the resource? That's mean the data. How they will procure the data? What are the methods for data procurement? So these are the four pillars of that e-governance. Now coming to the types of e-governance. There are four types of e-governance. First one is called that G2C. G2C stands for that government to government to citizen. Actually, I am belongs to that management and I love to teach the marketing. That's why customers is automatically come in my mind. Anyway, I'm extremely sorry. So this is G2C stands for that government to citizens. For examples, right now we can fill our income tax return file through online. So it is an examples for that e-governance. It is more transparent. Even we can pay our any bill, electricity bill, bill for any shopping, or bill for any others using either phone pay, Google Pay, GPay, or maybe by using credit card, debit card. So what is it? Applications of the technology, uses of the technology. So this is basically that examples of the e-governance. The government is trying to make the government transparent in nature. Okay, their services should be transparent in nature with this objective. The second types of government is known as the G2B. That's mean government to business. Suppose you want to start a business. That means you have an ambition to be an entrepreneur. You have an ambition to be an entrepreneur, but for entrepreneur you have to fulfill a good number of criteria. You have to get the trade license, you have to get the business, or sorry, what is it called, that trade license, procurement license, etc., etc. You have tax filing, you have what is it called, that Mm, uh, GST number. So how do you get this? Is it possible to collect physically? Earlier, people used to collect physically because the number was very less. Only one or two documents were required at that time. But right now, ample of documents are required for getting the certificates or approval from the government to doing a business. So how is it possible to collect all these? Is it possible to collect all these documents physically? Now, government is facilitated to the business houses using their e-governance. There is multiple online options, multiple online portals through which the people can avail all these services very easily from their home or at their home. So that is basically the concept of government to business. Third type of government is that third type of e-governance is belongs to that governments to sit employees. Employees means suppose now we are the government employees. See, don't take it otherwise. You all are the government employees. You are pursuing this course. You are attending this course. For what? For upgrading your knowledge, for enhancing your skills to be multidimensional. So how do you do it? You are doing this using the this electronic platforms. So now the government is also providing some sort of services to the employees to make better. Last but not the least type of government e-government is belongs to that G2G, that is government to government. Government is also responsible for the betterment of their government services. And that's why they are also coming out with some sort of digital application, some sort of digital uses. And that is basically makes the beauty of our country. Now everywhere we can see the services available everywhere. We can see that availability of the different types of benefits, and we are very happy to see everything in the present scenario. So these are the four types of e-governance. One is that governments to customers, government to businesses, government to employees, and government to governments. Now coming to the first one, that is the government to citizens. Government to citizens is nothing but the transactions between governments and citizens. We are the citizens. What is our role? What is the role of the government? The role of the government is to collect the tax from us. Our role is to pay the tax on the right time. But how it can be possible? Now, for that, governments make it very simple and easy through an online portal, that is the IT filing or EIT filing. And there are multiple examples that I would like to highlight in the next slides. It includes basic citizen services such as online registrations of birth, date, marriage certificates, and so on and so forth. I would like to share one story with you, not story actually, one real fact is true. My son the date of birth of my son was in 15th July 2013. I have applied for that birth certificate on the next day of his birth. Frankly speaking, I received the birth certificate from the municipality office in the next year. That's been in the 2014, probably in the month of September. That's been after 1 year and 1 month, I received the birth certificates. But right now, I think it can be possible to receive the certificates, or maybe we used to receive the certificates by maybe 1 week or max to max 1 month. So because of this transparency, because of this e-services or the e-governance, even for the death certificates, we have to submit the death certificate to the what is it called that for the funnel. But what happen in case of if the e-governance is not accepted or not available, so it is hardly possible to collect the death certificate. Even for other facilities, we have to submit the death certificates. For the pensioners, we have to submit the death certificates. For insurance companies, we have to submit the death certificates. But right now, it's made very easy and simple. So governments changes everything. Governments do it very simple for all of us. Healthcare services, education services, this is the real examples for that. Education services, transparency, and we are also availing the services from our home or maybe from any corner of the society. Even in healthcare services, government also doing that different types of facilities card like Ayushman card, Shashtu Sati card, or maybe other cards. That is also useful for that. And this is the diagram, or sorry, picture for your understanding about the government to services under the e-governance. What are the scopes of e-governments for more specifically for that citizen? So if we see, there is a child birth certificate, healthcare certificates, everything can be issued by the governments in the digital form. So there is no need to visit any place. There is no need to visit any office or maybe any corporations. You can submit your applications through online, and you can also get the certificates through online. Students can also take admissions from the different programs, different colleges, different universities, and students can also avail the different scholarships, and they can also enjoy the e-learning platforms. They can appear for the different kinds of examinations, as well as they can also get their result published from the e-learning platforms. Sorry, from the e-governance, due to this e-governance. And also definitely it is from the e-learning platforms. For the youth, the government is basically creating the employment services, vehicle registrations. For the vehicle registration, do not need to visit the RT office. You can get your vehicle registration certificates at your home. Driving license, that was very hectic for our time, but right now you can get the driving license very easily through the online portal. Passport or visa, no need to visit any visa office. I remember that for the last time when I renewed my passport in the year of 2015, probably, I went to the Kolkata and I spent throughout the day over there for the passport renewal. But this time, this year, I renewed my passport from my home place. So that is the beauty of this e-governance. And for that agricultural purposes, government's doing lot of things like that Kisan Vikas benefits and Kishok Bondhu, whatever you can say, all these are basically that government's initiatives for the betterments of the farmers, agricultural peoples. You can do your land records online. You can pay your land taxes online. You can do your property registration, marriage certificate, taxes, everything is online. And for the old age people, that is one of the very uh, critical time for all of us. We have seen that our parents or our grandparents face a lot of challenges regarding that issuing or submitting the or getting the life certificates from the municipality office or maybe from the panchayat office. But right now, no need for any hard copy of the life certificates. If you able to present physically, or if you able to present physically, or sometimes the bank employees or bank personnel, they visit to your place and they confirm that your life certificates. Pensioners can get the pensions online, insurance, health cares, and everything can be available through the online platforms. So these are the scope of the e-governance in the 21st centuries. Now coming to the initiatives taken by the government for their citizens. First one is that Umang. I think you all are familiar with this. If I click on this there is an hyperlink I have inserted over here. It will directly reach you to that particular websites where from you can know about that Umang One app, meaning government services. So people can have the multiple services over here. Okay, and it is a simple apps. Over 2,300 services from the central, state, and local governments. Can you imagine? In a single app, 2,300 services are available. What is you required? Just you identify and do the same. You will get the solution. So that is the first and foremost initiative taken by the government for that citizen. DigiLocker. I think you all are familiar with it. DigiLocker. No need to don't forget about your
Yes,
uh,
sir.
missing of your
At the time,
right. If you keep your all the documents in the DigiLocker, it will be in the safest form. It will be in the digital form. You can take print out or maybe multiple copies when it will be required. So there will be no possibility for losses of your important documents or authentic documents. Third is that MyGov. It is a platform for direct citizens engaged through the pools, tasks, and discussions. Okay, MyGov is also My Government is a portal where from you can also interact with the many peoples at a time. E-Seva. What is an e-Seva? E-Seva is nothing but it is a government e-governance services, facilitates online payment of utility bill and delivery of certificates like birth, death, cost, income, and whatnot. E-Seva portal is there. E-Seva also included in the passport services. We have, if we have, sorry, if you wish to register for that new say passport, or maybe if you want to renew your existing passport, if you visit the eShiva portal and do the just some basic formalities, everything will be done. Passport Seva is there. Passport Seva and eShiva is also a combined portal. You can visit if it is required. There is another important initiative taken by the Karnataka governments. That is the Bhumi project for computerizations of the land records for farmers. What happened? There was some difficulties for finding the records of our land, mainly for that farmers, and many acres after acres lands become vested by the governments or maybe by the ruling politicians or party, you can say. So now the Bhumi projects is introduced by the Karnataka governments to record the farmers' land. And district level citizen centric services are there. Each and every districts have their own portal. Like that, our district is the Paschim Midnapur district. If your district is a particular district, if you visit that particular district, so you will get the different sort of services, like services from the block development officer, services from the municipality officer, services from the other officers. And next, that is that mobile seva. What shall I say? All the apps are available in the mobile. Do not need to go anywhere. You do not need to go anywhere. You can access everything from your mobile. The government has taken a lot of mobiles seva for the citizens. And there is another project taken by the Kerala government, that is the project Friends, which is single window for facility providing citizens the means of pay taxes. We have that IT portal, IT that's been income tax portal, but they have a separate portal that is called that Friends portal. Okay, so these are the some of initiatives that I have mentioned over here that offered or provides to the citizens of the country through the e-governance.
Sir,
And there
sir,
is
even in here, Uttarakhand also, government has successfully launched Apuni Sarkar e-governance, Apuni
right.
Sarkar, to
Well,
enable all the facilities through under one umbrella, and it's a very successful
right,
situation.
ma'am. You
Yeah.
are correct. All the governments, all the state governments, they have their own portal for the e-governance, isn't it? Just I have mentioned over here some of them. The list is long. We have 29 states. I think more than 58 such type of portals are there. Okay, and all these portals are related to that services to the citizens.
Sir, for that, one of my friend over here, Dr. KK, he suggested a one nation, one database initiative is going on by government.
Right, sir. Right. One day, one nation, one database, one nation, one shop. All type of initiatives has been taken by the government. Slowly but steadily, it will be implemented. Okay, one by the government. There are multiple set. The list is huge. If you Google on it, I think you may find that list is huge. It is hardly possible to utter within 2-3 seconds, 2-3 minutes. It will take max to max 10 minutes to utter. So that is the beauty of these e-governance in the present scenario. And our government is trying to accustom with all these initiatives that to meet with the global standards, to meet with the global requirements. Now, if we shift to the next part, that is the government to business, it is nothing but to dissemination of the policies memos, government rules and regulations, and the business information. That means how a business can be run in an effective way, how a business can be run in an efficient way. If everything will be transparent to the business houses, if nothing will be biased, if nothing will be relating to the corruptions, there will be no undertable, there will be no other things, then the business can be flourished in a very positive way. So now government is trying to do these things through their e-governments. So these are the some these are basically the different types of uh, requirements, application forms, renewing licenses, registrations, payment of taxes, etc., etc. One examples here, e-procurement project in Andhra Pradesh, and so on and so forth. Now, if we go to the key initiatives for that government to businesses, one is that MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which provides online accesses for companies' registrations, compliance, and other registry services, making filing easier and faster. Ultimately, objective is to facilitate the business houses to do their business and to make it ease of business. Then another beauty is that GSTN, that is Goods and Service Tax Network. Okay, we all are savvy with it. Okay, so now the government is very strict on that GST filing. Earlier, corruption was huge. It was massive, but right now, after introduction or introduction of that GSTN, that means Goods and Service Tax Network, now governments somehow manage the corruptions, not 100%, but in some cases. Think about that gas booking, LPG booking. That I'm talking about, that LPG booking. Okay, for that LPG booking, you can book yourself from your mobile phone. That is also that government initiatives for that citizen. And there is also that other linkage with your bank account, other linkage with your mobile phone. So all the data governments have, and based on this, government is trying to introduce one after another initiatives for betterment of the society as a whole, and for particularly for the betterment of the citizen. There is an options for that e-procurement. E-procurement right now, I think in your university, if you're going to purchase more than 10,000, you have to go for that auction. That means tender. What does it mean by the tender? Tender is for the transparency. Tender is for that minimizing of biasness, minimizing of corruption. Similarly, for the businesses, if there is a process for that e-procurement, that you have to go for that online bidding, you have to procure the product online, you have to disclose the auctions for all the bidders. So it will be very transparent. It will be very satisfactory for all the business houses or all the suppliers too. So e-procurement is another portal that has been introduced by Andhra Pradesh as well as the Gujarat for procuring the raw materials for the business houses, as well as to sell the bulk units after productions. There is another options for that single window, single portal. Okay, that has been introduced by the Tamil Nadu. Few minutes ago, one said already mentioned that one nation, one portal, one nation, one product, one nation, one tax, one nation, one what is it called, that food or etc. etc. So that is same thing that has been introduced by the Tamil Nadu governments. That is a single. There is a hyperlink. If you click on it, so you can go to that Google's. And there is another option is that simplified pro forma for incorporating company electricity plus. For company, if you want to start a business, definitely electricity, company electronically plus. That's been, if you want to integrated everything, your business, if you want to, your transactions, your PAN, your TAN, your GSTIN, etc. So you can use this particular profile, particular platform through which you can automatically do the same thing. So these are the initiatives. Some of the initiatives I have listed over here. The list is very long, and you can also Google on it, or if you go through any other books, you can get to know more about the these all are the recent initiatives and the earlier initiatives taken by the governments under the e-governments initiatives. Now, government to employee, there are some issues related to the employees' welfare, employees' well-being, employees' turnover reductions, training for that employees' motivations, everything. The government has also taken a lot of initiatives for that government. First one is that HRMS, that is Human Resource Management Systems. The Indian government, or sorry, Indian Railway has implemented this, through which they can manage the employee data, they can go for their recruitment, they can go for the retirement, and they can also they can also provide all sort of financial as well as the non-financial benefits to their employees because of this in HRMS, that's been Human Resource Management Systems. There is another options for that Spark. Spark is systems for the pension administration's reporting knowledge. So after the retirement, we all are basically frustrated to get the pension file cleared from the pension office or from the treasury office, better to say. So now the many state governments like Kerala, Odisha, they have introduced the Spark, or everything will be informed to the pensioners. Pensioners will get what about the status of their file, where it is, and when their pension file will be approved, and so on and so forth. All the data will be served to them through this particular portal, and the pensioners will get all informations, and they will be knowledgeable about their pension file and etc. Next is that e-learning and training programs that we have already talked about. Payroll benefits management, that is that PF. I think uh, the government, most of the governments, they have that online PF facilities. The employees can easily access their PF status or PF statements. We can also check our pay slips. We can also check our what is it called, that pay slips through the online. We can also apply for that loan. We can also manage the loan. We can apply for that advances and so on and so forth. So that is also an initiative for that employees that has been taken by the government. Digital service records, that is that electronic service registers are there. They are recording the personal informations of that of the human resources, and they also record all sort of difficulties as well as the other things that helps them to do the needful for from the government side. Last but not the least is the transparency and the grievance redressal. Everywhere you may see, even in your university, in your institutions, have an options for that grievance. We have a grievance cells, we have a grievance committee, grievance redressal committee, and for minimizing this. Now for that, people do not need to go anywhere. Even if you want to complain to any police station, do not need to visit the police stations. You can complain from your online portal, from the portal, isn't it? So these are basically that initiatives for that government to employees. And last but not the least, that is the government to government. G2E is transactions between the central or national and the local governments. That is the central government with the state governments with the district. There is no district government as such. State governments with the municipality corporation and others. So now that can be happened also in this present scenario. So that is the government to government, record by the state government, schemes, plan, initiatives. Example, Khajane project in the Karnataka. Okay. And there are some initiatives taken by the government under the G2G initiatives. First one is that integrated data and workflow. These platforms enabling real-time data exchanging and unified information management across ministries, improving coordinations. Okay, what is happening in here, what is happening in there. Suppose central government, the our capital city is Delhi. So now the central minister or maybe the government, they can avail all sort of informations from the entire country. So that is integrated data flows. There are some state specific innovations. Also, Khazane that I have already talked about. Second is the smart governments in the Andhra Pradesh. Workflow automations and knowledge management to streamline secretariat operations. E-Abgadi, that is one interesting thing in West Bengal. E-Abgadi, basically a spoke hub model for excise management. Excise means that is basically relating to the liquor between the states of West Bengal and the other Indian states. states and neighboring countries, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. So e-Abgadi, sometimes I think you come across with the news is that in Bengal, the e-Abgadi arrested this number of liquors, which was illegal or etc. etc. So that is one important portal. You can also complain about if you find anything in your locality to the e-Abgadi portal, and they will take the necessary steps or actions. There are also some paperless governments, that is known as that e-Vidhan. E-Vidhan is an initiative taken by the Maharashtra, transforming the assembly into paperless environment for digital transparency and efficient legislative process. Now, in the Maharashtra governments, they use the e-Vidhan. So, the government officials should use this portal for any sort of activities and for that efficient legislative process. There is another is that taken by the Punjab, that is the guardians of governments, GOG, overseas schemes implementation, ensuring transparency and that identifying gaps between the governments and the other government officials, and also that may not match with the requirement of the citizens. In the national platforms, there are some things, that is the e-office, digitalize internal government workflow, reducing paperwork and enhancing the speed. India stack local governments in marketplace, that is the GEM, and so on and so forth. So these are the initiatives taken by the government for the government. Now, there are some integrated missions also taken by the Indian governments under the e-government portals, that is the CSC, Common Service Center, Jano Seva Kendra, Digital India, Power to Empower, MyGov, and eCode. I think you know that for the gig workers, government has introduced 4 labor codes recently in the 2025. So all these are basically come under the e-governance portals. Show the benefits of e-governments. I think there is no need to say anything about the benefits. We all are availing the benefits from the e-governments. We can do our license, driving license from our home. We can avail the all sort of services like banking services, insurance services, education services, everything from our convenient place. So the first benefit is that better access of information and quality services for citizens. Second, simplicity, efficiency, and accountability of the government in the government. Third is that expanded reach of the governance, building strong and effective information chain to bridge the gap between India and the developed countries. This is the main motto of the government. Now we have to compete with our neighboring countries like China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and so on and so forth. Otherwise, will be enlisted from the list of the world map. So that's why we have to improve our e-governance. We have to provide the services to our stakeholders at a better way that they can highly satisfied, and based on this their satisfactions, everything will be up to the mark. Effective utilizations of the resources. If you have the data in your hand, if the government has the data in their hand, then definitely can utilize all these resources very efficiently and effectively, which gives the maximum output for the country. Reductions in delays, that is most important issues. Most important that for everything earlier it was a long time, but right now they try to minimize the the lag time or the delays time. Red tape and the corruptions, they are also thinking about the minimizing the corruptions. So these are though there are the huge benefits, though there are the ample benefits of that e-governments, but still it is not free from the limitations. First limitations is that poor IT literacy. In the rural India, still many peoples are illiterate about the technology. Even the Gen Z is the first learner uh, in that rural area. So that's why to implement the e-governments in a full-fledged, it is hardly possible. And I'd like to highlight one examples that due to this poor IT literacy, the the one mission, one better to say that an initiative taken by the government, which is coined as the financial inclusion, was not so successful in our country. And the second mission, that was the digitalized India or less cash, was not so successful in our country because of these reasons, that poor IT literacy. People in the rural area, they have a lot of doubts, they lot of confusions about it. Even if you visit any rural area and ask them about about their ATM card, about their plastic money, you may surprised to hear that all are kept in their tongue in a very cruciously way. So that is basically the reasons of the poor IT literacy. Second is the lack of infrastructure in rural areas. In the urban areas, we are so sound in the technology. Technology is really available, and lot of facilities are also there. Huge number of cafes are there, and some free internet services is also there. But in the rural areas, frankly speaking, still uh, mobile tower is not there. Okay, for talking, for receiving any call or doing any call, you have to come out from your room. Uh, then you can get the access of your network. So the government has to look after these particular issues. And frankly speaking, government is looking for that transparency. Government is thinking that e-governance, but still our country is top in the corruptions. So whatever is the e-governance, whatever is the methods, it doesn't matter. But corruption is still there. So there is hardly possible to minimize the corruptions. But if we aware about it, if the citizen of our country be aware about all these things, then the corruptions can be arrested. Last but not the least is the privacy problem. So when you link your Aadhaar card with your mobile number or with your bank account, all the information has been accessed by the government or maybe the other officials too. And for that, the or the cyber scam is on the rise. If you open the newspaper, per day you may find that 5 to 6 scam is there through that online portals. Okay, sure, online is good, but privacy problem is also there, which is a big limitations for the uh, privacy problem, and the trust is also there. Big limitations for that e-governance. So this is also that budget of the problem, lack of infrastructure, corruption is there, and also this everything about the limitations of the e-governance. So my last challenges is that, what is the challenges? Clarity about the objectives. Sometimes it is hardly possible to define the proper proper what is it, objectives of that governments or maybe the officials, what they want to do, what their objectives, and provided services sometimes it's not clear. And localization is also a problemize, challenging by challenges faced by the governments. Security threats, legal problems, standardizations, maximum use of the infrastructure. So these are the challenges faced by the governments. So now in the conclusion, I have one question. What do you think? We are ready for the e-governance? Is India digitally ready? So these questions I raise to you all. You may think about it and come with your concrete solutions. So thank you. Thank you from my end. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, please feel free and make the session vibrant. You may unmute yourself. You may say something if you want to say.
Thanks a lot for having uh, entire 3 hours session for us, sir. So my opinion is that yes, definitely we are going toward this e-governance. It is quite good. In the sessions only, I heard that 99% e-governance is achieved by Estonia. So it is the need of the hour because sometimes we have to find the land and we are not getting the documents. It is so pathetic for the. We know that we are owning that lands. Some of my senior colleagues are finding that problem, that they are having a very big land, but they are not able to locate it properly. So such initiatives like Bhumi they are definitely beneficial to us. And in
Right.
our college also, we are trying to incorporate that e-governance. Many initiatives we have started, like e-diary is there, e-attendance is there. Many governance aspects we are incorporating in our educational system also. So definitely it is very useful, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for your insightful. If anyone wish to add any comments, any suggestions,
Also, very nice lecture. In fact, we've heard half of so many things in the last few lectures. You know, so many initiatives are taken, but they are not reaching till the grassroots level. So I think we
right,
as teachers and we need to make people more aware so that everybody
right,
uses it. Because if it is just there and nobody is using, that's a very big challenge. Because
right,
how much population is using it? Very less. Actually, still
right.
people are in queues. Still people are there. So I think we have to take some social, to spread this knowledge to everyone. That's what I feel. So really we can say we are
Right.
successful with digital payments and all that only now, right from the vegetable vendor to everybody is doing that. But many other things, people are not taking that benefits of it. Only that
Right.
I
You
feel
are
so
absolutely
everybody
correct.
should be taught and made aware. So
You are absolutely
teachers will
correct.
need to
Somehow
stand up.
we are successful in terms of the digital payment, but in
Mm.
many aspects, frankly speaking, we are still behind. We have to work a lot for the success. And another important issue is that cyber crime is increasing day by day. Government should
Yes,
be take care for that cyber crime.
security.
Otherwise, there are multiple cyber crime cell is there, but nothing is fruitful. Okay, if you see per day, 5, 6 cases happen in your locality.
Sir,
Okay,
in
so how?
my college only, my colleague, he has asked that his son is in Nagpur at EMS doing doctorate. So he asked that your son is having some vehicle problem. So I am from RTO, and you have to verify the documents, that license and all these things. So we have sent you OTP. Just share it. So he has,
Right,
by emotional affection towards his son, he
right.
has shared. It is the latest one, sir. Just before the 10-15 days, it is occurred in our college that he shared the OTP and he lost 12 lakhs. Sir. And his
Oh my,
son, another son's wedding was there after 4-5 days. So he was in so much burden that what I have to do. But the cybercrime cell really helped him, and all the money is recovered.
oh, very good. So thanks to the cybercrime officers for recovering the entire money. Actually,
Sir,
what happened if the police personnel want to do, they can do easily, but they have a lot of political pressure. They have a pressure from the different parts of the society, so they are bound by the pressure, isn't it? If you have some such type of connections, then you will get the success of this type of things. But if you don't, the general people who's no doesn't have any, or who doesn't have any such type of support, they are basically victims in our country, in our society, isn't it? Yes, sir, please.
yes, sir. Sir, thank you for the wonderful session on e-governance, LMS, and e-learning all put together. It's a kind of you see our refresher course title itself is just like that, put together in one complete session. And sir, I just thought of reacting to one of the statements of my dear friend Dr. Kundan. And see, security is once again a greater threat. And nowadays, you can earlier there were physical warfare. And then when COVID came, they said that there is a kind of bio war which is going to happen, and there's going to be a greater threat. And I read recently an article that every country is spending lots and lots of money on securing the e-governance system of that particular country. Because
Right,
than securing their borders, they are spending a lot of money to secure their e-governance. Okay, and I think
right,
in our country it's trying, but even then it is not up to the mark. But what I would like to say is, see, I just there are unforeseen circumstances like we remember that Y2K problem probably in the beginning of the millennium, and you might have we might remember the ransomware issues. Okay, so the ransomware once again, they just like that hack your system. They order that if only you pay this much, your system will be released, and almost top corporate companies and banking sectors were affected because of this ransomware. Where this e-war, they call that as e-war, has started. So in this aspect, don't you think that it is the responsibility of the government to protect the or the data or the or that
Definitely, this is the
yeah,
common answer for all of us. The
yes,
government should be responsible because government asks us to link Aadhaar with account number, Aadhaar with PAN, Aadhaar with mobile number. So now the data has goes to the government. So my question is why the data has been leaked from the government officials to the cybercrime, or maybe to the criminal people, isn't it?
Isn't it
It is,
because of some greedy officials
yeah.
who just
Another
become
important thing
victim
is that
to
said.
money?
So another issue is that when you install any app, so you have to give your personal information. And the people who are basically engaged in these corruptions, they grab this information. And after that, they visit your different social profiles, either in the Facebook or in the LinkedIn. So when you uploaded any video on the Facebook or maybe any image on the Facebook, so now they analyze this image. Where are you? What type of situation you have? And based on this, they plan for the corruption. That I realize.
Yes,
And
sir.
Professor Dr. Kundan has already mentioned that one of his colleague is basically victimed due to this particular, but thank God that he recovered the entire money with the help of that cybercrime personality. Anyway, but the government should be protect the data for all the citizens. They should be create a data bank in such a way that no one can have the access of it.
Sir, and thank you so much. And at this juncture, I would like to request all my friends and colleagues that it is our responsibility also to take care of our security. So everyone should enable two-step verification in our Gmail account. At the same time, I have seen many people getting affected because of their account being compromised. See, if we have a kind of tendency to give a common password for all the accounts. So my suggestion is that please have a separate password for your email ID, because email ID is like our physical location. It is like our house. It's a virtual abode. So have a separate what is the password for your email ID, and keep changing it every now and then. Keep changing your passwords of your email ID. Okay, because for all to entering into any portal, we give our email ID only. So let us say that
Correct.
if you are entering my portal, you give your email ID, and you have to register using a password. And when you give your password and register your password, in the sense that your email ID is password and register, I just take a list of the email IDs, and when my server is hacked, or probably I may sell this data to some black market. Okay, and those people, what they do is they just try to match this. Okay, so they try to log into your Google account. If they get successful in logging in your Google account, then they successfully get into your mobile devices, into your laptops, and your institution and everything. So
Okay.
kindly update your passwords every now and then, and go for a two-factor authentication, and
Thank you.
also have a separate
Right.
email ID separate password for your email ID. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
That's a nice suggestions, Dr. KK. It's a really helpful for all of us. If we wish to do it, or if we keep doing these things, I think somehow we might be safe. But ultimately, what happens that when you receive a call from someone and when they are playing you with your emotions, you can't thought second one,
We
isn't it?
have to
You
deal it
automatically
practically.
give,
We have to
yeah,
deal it
definitely,
practically,
sir.
sir. We should not be
Sir,
Yeah,
emotional.
actually, they
even
are
then,
playing with
at
your,
this
they are
juncture,
playing our with our emotion, isn't it, sir? So when someone is playing with our emotion, we cannot think otherwise. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
Sir,
let
this
us
is
say
digital arrest.
yeah, digital arrest is an important issue. So
This is
when
the emotionally they
yeah,
will
what
blackmail everything.
yeah, emotionally they are blackmail. In our locality, just 3 to 4 kilometers from our university, pensioners, our age is around 73. She got a call from someone, hasn't it? And she said that you are digitally arrested. Your son is doing these things. Your daughter is all the information they have collected before calling. And even
Yes,
after
yes.
that, they asked that women to come to the online. That's been to the video calling. And one police officers with uniform, she told that sorry, he told to her that you are digitally arrested. You have that. Please go to the bank and deposit this amount immediately. Otherwise, you will be arrested. Sure. See, in these circumstances, what she can do, because her age is almost 73, 4 years. She was alone in that home. First installment she has given. When the second installment, again after one day, asked for the second installment. Now the bank officer asked her, what is the situation, to whom you are sending this money, and so on and so forth. So now that the second installment can be stopped by the bank officers. If the bank officers do not take any initiatives, so she can also does the second payment. So first payment was done by the almost 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs. I'm not exactly, I forgot it. It was published in the newspapers. And for the second, they asked for the 25 lakhs. So that was the crime. We are digitally equipped. We are digitally enhanced our society, but still we have a lot of challenges really. Ultimately, the middle class people or the higher end people, they are suffering by a lot. The poor people, those do not have the sufficient fund, or they have the limited access of their internet, so they are not facing a lot of challenges, but still they are facing challenges,
Sir, in
isn't it?
this regard, government has to take a lot of action for making this cyber security stringent process or schemes.
Government is
Otherwise,
trying to do, I think, because government has already mentioned that in the last month, from India, almost 200, 2,600 something crores goes to out of state, out of our country. Okay, almost it is almost 2,500 crores. So
okay,
definitely,
sir.
government, if that amount goes to outside of our country, so our economy will be collapsed immediately. Government has to stop it at any cost, at any circumstances. So government is
excuse me, sir. And sorry
yeah,
to
please.
interrupt, sir. Sir, actually, I remember that recently there was an issue raised in the parliament related to Sanchar Sati, a kind of app which should be pre-installed in all the mobiles, and it should be there. Probably it is there to protect ourselves from the cyber security and theft. And once again, but in other ways, it also tracks all the activities of any individual. That is why there was a kind of great opposition. But uh, in
Yes, please carry on.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I was talking about the Sanchar Sati app for cyber security, which government came forward. But in the parliament, there was a great opposition, and they or that cancelled that initiative. It seems.
Right. Okay, so we should be more aware, and whenever we get an opportunity to make aware to the other, to the citizens of our country, we should do. That should be our primary responsibility to create awareness among the people. They should be safe from all sort of cyber crimes. So with this, I once again thank you all for your active participation. This is first time in my life I have seen that in online the session can be vibrant, but otherwise even in when I taking classes in for my students, after 3 4 times I get the response from them. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? And so on and so forth. But really, I fortunate enough, I am very lucky enough to this nice and vibrant learners in these platforms. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes, please.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
Fine.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Sir, please wait, sir. I
Thank you,
invite
sir.
roll number 78 to propose or topics.
Thank
Today's resource persons, Professor Sudin sir, course coordinator and my fellow participant. It is my privilege to propose the votes of thanks for these insightful sections. So, behalf of the organizers and the participants, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to you, sir, sparing your valuable time to address us. Your first session for different modules of e-learnings, your session also deeply inspiring us. We truly privileged to have been guided academician of your stature. Your immense experience brought unique perspective to our sessions today. We are extremely grateful how you simplify the concept of different modules of e-learning, brief outline of evolution of the educating technology, concept of e-learning, truth of e-learning. Sir has given example of Nokia phone for the absolute truth, physical and digital learning. Type of e-learning, synchronous and asynchronous, blended and corporate learning, MOOCs, e-learning, and virtual classrooms. Sir has conducted a hands-on training of Google Classrooms and hands-on training of Quiz. Detailed talk through the Moodle's tools for tools. Sir has showing his Sir also showing the Moodle. Uh, Sir also talking the Moodles Moodles of hands-on training of Moodles of in their universities that learning management system and Vidya Sagar University thoroughly assigned the book, chart, quiz, workshop, MCQ test, expert report. Sir, compare the Google Classroom and Moodle. Sir's prospect is that the Moodle is a better, incredible, insightful, and than the Google Classroom, and explain vital benefits of the e-learning, best practices, also the gamification of e-learning, spatial learning, and e-learning, mobile learning. And then your second session is elated the e-governance and digital India initiatives in that e-governance and how it works, dif- different aspects of e-learning, history of e-learning, of e-governance, pillars of the e-governance. There are four. You are showing the four pillars of the e-governance. Then phase of e-governance, type of e-governance. There are different type of G2C, means government to citizen, government to business, government to employee, government to government. Also vital benefits of it: getting a people's getting a marriage certificate online, getting birth certificate, getting driving certificate, driving licenses, passport, DigiLocker, etc. The benefits of people from e-governance. Then limitation of the e-governance. They are sorry, showing the four types of limitations in that the poor literacy, lack of infrastructure, rural area, corruptions, and privacy problems. Your explanations, some creating digital learning material, ensuring accessibility for all learners, and integrating academic ecosystem where not only the informative but also highly practical of your vast experience, both the refresher researcher and academicians later was evident and clarity and depth and deliverance you have brought today. First session Google Classroom and Moodle, second session e-governance and e-governance truly broaden our vision as a educator. We sincerely thank you, sir, for taking time out for
thank
your
you so much.
busy schedule and guide us, inspire us
Thanks with
and
good
your contribution today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
thank you, sir.
Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you,
thank you
sir. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you, sir.
evening,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, sir. Good
for
evening.
me and
Prof, thanks,
cross
sir.
new year
Sir,
to 2026.
Thank you, sir.
Kundan, sir.
yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
are best student here. Always
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir. Thank you. KK,
He's very
sir.
active.
Hima,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You are active person. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sarji.
Yes, sir.